Hey guys, I just wanted to give you some updates on your papers. I got a couple questions this weekend, so I wanted to see if I could provide any additional guidance that would help you out. So, first thing I think is confusing people is the fact that it's just called a briefing. Just a paper is all it is. So if you've taken like one of the standard writing classes, it'll probably mirror pretty closely what you did in your writing class. But let me walk you through some steps here so you can see what we're doing. So first things first, I guess, of course you're going to go to your class, and then you're going to see a couple things on the side. First thing you're going to do is go to week 6, because that's this week, and then you're going to see the assignment here. So you can see here that I've outlined that there's no reading or lecture this week, so you have plenty of time to take the test and do the briefing. We're going to do this 3 times this semester, so this is like the first third of the paper that you're going to be writing this week. Then you can see I'm going to have you submit this briefing or paper in 2 different places. You're going to submit it down here in the assignments folder, because that lets me grade it really easily. And I can provide comments and feedback and all kinds of stuff. And if you guys take my comments and you apply corrections in the following weeks, then your scores will improve. And then you're also going to go to this discussion board and post your paper there as well, just like you do a regular post, so that you can get feedback from your peers. So that way you're going to get feedback from both me and from everybody else in the class, and then that should help generate all kinds of ideas for you. Take note that this week that the feedback is you have to give 5 people feedback. So in a regular week you guys just do 2 peer responses. This week you can see you have to do 5, so keep that in mind. But like I said, you're going to submit this paper in 2 places. One, by clicking briefing 1, and it'll just walk you through how to submit it as an assignment. And then number 2, up here in the discussion board, just like normal under week 6. The paper itself is due Thursday at midnight. The peer comments, the 5 peer comments, are not due until Sunday at midnight. Additionally, the test is due Sunday at midnight. To go down here to take the exam, you can see it's set up similar to how the quizzes are set up. It's an exam this week, so it's a little bit longer. It's not timed or anything like that, but it's a little bit longer, so keep that in mind. Now, I also had some questions about the paper itself. So you're going to notice in a couple places I attached the briefing guide sheet, like a little set of guidelines on what's expected of you the first week. Basically, the first week you're just doing a title page, introduction, and a summary of the accident. So you're going to pick an accident and do title page, intro, and summary. This is probably the one of the easier weeks. So you just kind of set your paper up. A couple people have asked, how do you write an introduction paragraph? Well, the easiest way to do that, there's a couple things that I'm going to have you do. Number 1, to write an introduction paragraph, you can just Google how to write a good intro paragraph. There's tons of different links that will walk you through how to do that. This is like the 3rd or 4th link that I noticed when I did that, and it's a UNC Writing Center page, and it kind of just walks you through, hey, an intro paragraph is like a brief summary of what you're trying to do. Maybe you're making a thesis or hypothesizing something and introducing your main points. So that's basically what an introduction paragraph is. Then, after you do your intro paragraph, you're going to do a summary of the accident. So those things are not the same. So do a little bit of research on how to write a good introduction paragraph. You'll find that that's pretty easy if you just do a quick Google, how to write a good intro paragraph. Another resource, which I included in the briefing guide, so if you click on the briefing guide, which is just basically your assignment, you're going to notice that there's a link to Purdue OWL, which is an online sort of writing lab, and they will give you a very basic look at what a paper is supposed to look like in APA style. So you can see here, here's an example of what a title page looks like. So when you guys do your title page, make sure it looks something like this. Give it a title, put your information on it, and a little bit of information about the class, just exactly how it's formatted here. And then you do not have to do an abstract, so don't worry about that. You can skip that. And then it'll kind of walk you through. It gives you other resources, how to write an introduction paragraph, things like that. So this is going to be a valuable resource for you as well. So I think that answers everybody's questions. Let me summarize one more time. So week 6, the assignments are a little different. You're going to write a paper and you're going to take a test. The paper, the first part of the paper that you're going to write is a title page, and a introduction paragraph, and a summary of the accident that you're going to analyze for the rest of the class. The rest of this paper you're going to do in following weeks. To start the paper, you're going to click on the briefing guide link that I provide you. You are going to read about the assignment. You're going to click on the Purdue OWL link. Make sure that you put the title page in the appropriate format. Then you can Google how to write a good intro paragraph to frame out your paper, and then you can just summarize the accident for me. And then remember, the paper itself is due Thursday. Just those 3 sections of it. You're going to finish the rest in following weeks. And then the 5 peer responses and the test is due on Sunday by midnight. If you guys still have questions, feel free to email me or stop by my office anytime. And thank you very much. I can't wait to read them.